My girlfriend demanded a GPS tracker. Just in case. I cheated. Her relentless check-ins turned my life into a digital prison until I finally broke free. I should have known better than to think tonight would be just like any other cozy Saturday. I catch myself thinking as the warm glow of our living room lamp pools over us. I'm Emma, 28, and tonight I'm sprawled next to Lily on our faded navy couch in Austin, Texas, half buried in her hoodie and half buried in her arm. We've been together almost 2 years, and somehow the ritual of my teasing her about locking every door twice and checking the windows every time she walks past has become endearing. Are we expecting a home invasion or what? I joke, nudging her side with my knee. Lily rolls her eyes, but I know she loves the banter as much as I do. She smiles. At least she tries to, but her fingers pause on the TV remote. I notice the quiver in her lips before she even glances my way. Emma, she says softly, voice unsteady. Can you do me a favor? Anything, I answer, throwing an arm over her shoulders and giving her a reassuring squeeze. I expect another round of jokes, maybe a request for popcorn. Instead, she pulls out her phone, eyes flicking up to mine like she's trying to read my reaction before the words even hit her tongue. Will you install that GPS tracking app on my phone? Her voice is so quiet it almost blends into the hum of the refrigerator. Just in case you ever cheat. My heart freezes mid-thump. I swallow hard, but my throat feels too tight. A GPS tracker on her phone. The absurdity of it makes me laugh at first, a short bark that dies on my lips when I see her face, pale, anxious, sorrowful. I'm kidding, right? I whisper, forcing a lightness I don't feel. Lily's smile crumbles. She scrolls through her home screen, fingers trembling so badly the icons blur under her touch. I'm serious, she says, voice cracking. I love you, Emma, I trust you, but I need to know where you are. It's just a precaution. Precaution. My voice rises more than intended. You think I'd do something to hurt you? She looks away, cheeks flushed, and I hate myself for the fierceness of the hurt in my own eyes. It's not about you, she insists. It's about me and the nightmares I can't shake. Just please for me. I'd do anything for her. But this feels different. I feel the sting of doubt embedding itself in my chest, a slow-burning ember that I can't seem to shake. Trust was supposed to be the foundation of us, the thing that made everything else fall into place. Now it feels like sand slipping through my fingers. Okay, I say finally, voice hollow. I'll do it. Her relief is immediate, a shaky breath, the faintest hint of a grateful smile, but I can't shake the weight between us. As I reach for her phone, I realize this isn't a harmless prank or a quirky habit. It's a line drawn in the sand, and stepping across it might change everything. And I'm terrified to see what comes next. My phone buzzed before my feet even hit the floor, Lily's name lighting up the screen. I rolled out of bed in our Austin apartment, heart fluttering as I glanced for a message that might be innocent. Instead, where are you? I sighed, thumb pausing over Jim. I'd stepped out for an early spin class. On my way, I typed, but the moment I hit send, I saw the timestamp. 2 minutes ago. I'd only just walked through the front door over the past 3 days. Every time I glanced away for more than a minute. Coffee run, quick shower, even a bathroom break. Lily pinged my location. At first, I laughed it off. What, you think I'll disappear? I teased her. She'd just smile and shrug, just checking in, but the checks grew more pointed. She started sending my location to herself with messages like, are you still at work? Or, forgot to tell you Texas traffic is crazy, did you leave? When I answered honestly, she'd say, good, just making sure. It felt less like care and more like a quiz I couldn't pass. At dinner with my coworker, Sarah, I felt my phone vibrate against my thigh. Lily's name. Again. I excused myself to the restroom and opened the text. I see you're still at the poorhouse. Are you having fun without me? My cheeks heated. This is ridiculous, I muttered, tossing my phone onto the sink. Sarah knocked nervously. I splashed water on my face and texted Lily back, tone sharper than intended. Sarah and I are catching up. I'll go home soon. She replied instantly. Okay, don't go too late. I locked eyes with my reflection and felt angry tears sting. It wasn't that I minded her wanting to know where I was. I loved that she cared. But the way she watched me, as if I were under a microscope, that night I confronted her. She looked up from her laptop, cheeks hollowed by guilt. Why are you acting like I'm a criminal? I flung my hands out. Lily bit her lip. I'm not accusing you, Emma. You remember last year, that thing with your coworker Josh? You said you were working late, but then I saw you two at that bar. I closed my eyes, the memory sharp as a cut. That was a one-time thing, out of context. I told you everything. She leaned forward, voice barely above a whisper. I know, but I can't shake the feeling. If I don't check, my mind races. I felt a wave of pity and frustration collide. You say it's for my safety, but it's breaking me down. Her lips trembled. It's common sense. She closed her laptop and faced me fully. I thought you'd understand. I grabbed my keys. I need air. Outside, the night felt too quiet. I paced under the street lamp's yellow glow. My reflection in the window was someone I barely recognized, hardened, exhausted. Every just checking in text was another chip taken from our foundation. When I returned home, Lily was already standing in the living room, arms folded, eyes red. Are you okay? She asked, voice small. I shook my head. No, she stepped closer. I just want us to be safe. I swallowed past the lump in my throat. Then prove you trust me. Stop treating me like I'm hiding something. Lily's tears spilled over. I don't know how. In that charged silence, I realized we were both terrified, she of losing me and I of never feeling free again. The gap between checking in and watching me had swelled into something neither of us could ignore. And as I turned away, the weight of her gaze on my back burned hotter than any flame. I didn't know how to fix this, and I was scared it was too late to try. My heart jolts as my phone lights up like a Christmas tree. 15 location pings from Lily, all between 2 and 5 this morning. I stare at the screen in our Austin apartment, disbelief and fury coiling in my chest. 5, still asleep. At 2:15 a.m. followed by, are you okay? At 3:02, why isn't your phone moving? At 4:47 and a final, desperate please answer me at 5:01, I whirl around to find Lily in the hallway, eyes swollen and red. Emma, she whispers, voice trembling. I hold up my phone. 15 times, I say, each word sharp. Last night, really. Lily's lip quivers. I'm sorry, I worry. I can't sleep if I don't know you're safe. I can't decide which hurts more, the fact she couldn't trust me to rest or that she needs hard data to soothe her fears. Look, I exhale, arms folding over my chest. I feel like I'm on trial every time I breathe. Her face crumples. I never meant to make you feel trapped. I see tears rolling down her cheeks and my anger warps into guilt. I want to comfort her, but every fiber of me aches at the prison she's built around my life. I can't keep doing this, I whisper, voice breaking. Her tears turn into pleading. I'll stop if you promise to prove you're faithful. Keep the tracker on for now, until I know you're not going anywhere. I hate that I'm bargaining with trust, but I'm tired of fights. Fine, I mutter, thumbs shaking as I confirm the permission prompt. Her relief is immediate, a shaky laugh, arms wrapping around me. I hug her back, but my bones feel hollow. At work, the tracker's leash tightens. I'm 2 slides into my presentation when my phone vibrates. Who are you with? Office or after work? My pulse spikes. I excuse myself, stumbling through the hallway outside the conference room. Lily just pinged me, I explain to my puzzled boss, offering a weak smile. She nods, awkward sympathy in her eyes. I tap out a curt work meeting reply. Back at my desk, another buzz. Meeting done. I pause over the keyboard. My carefully crafted report is lost to the buzzing frenzy. With each ping, I feel my autonomy slipping. The app is supposed to protect our bond, but it's strangling me instead. By noon, the constant chimes become background noise, like a relentless metronome counting down my freedom. I catch my reflection in the window, eyes haunted, posture tense. I wonder, is love supposed to feel like this? Lunch passes in a blur of missed steps and forced smiles. My phone never stops vibrating. That night, I lie in bed, Lily asleep beside me, her phone glowing faintly on the nightstand. I stare at the ceiling and think, I've traded trust for security, but what if I lose both? And as I drift toward an uneasy sleep, I know the real leash isn't digital. It's the fear that nothing will ever feel safe again. I just hope it isn't already too late. I thought a weekend away would reset everything. I mumble as I drop my bag on the hotel bed in San Marcos, Texas. The sun outside pokes through the curtains like a reminder that I can't escape my own shadow. Friends Sarah and Diego insisted on a digital detox sabbatical at their lake house. No phones, no tracker, no Lily. I slipped out without telling her, nervous but determined to feel normal again. The first day is bliss. Water lapping at the dock, laughter echoing across the lake, memories of life before the constant pings. I forget the gnawing knot in my chest until nightfall. I'm reading by lantern light when Sarah hands me her phone. Lily's been calling and texting nonstop. My heart sinks. I flip open the messages, 20 missed calls, 30 texts, some pleading, some accusing. Where are you? Answer me. I'm so worried you're running away. One text cuts through everything. How could you hide from me? I shut the phone and look at my friends, guilt twisting my stomach. I'm so sorry, I whisper. I should have told her. They exchange worried glances. Diego clears his throat. You okay? I force a nod, but my voice trembles. She got frantic. Sarah's eyes soften. She's scared. I run a hand through my hair. I get that, but I'm here with you guys because I needed a break. The rest of the trip is spent tiptoeing. I borrow phones to text Lily brief apologies, assurances that I'm safe, promises I'll call her when I get home. Every I'm okay feels like a dagger twisting in my gut. Late that night, we sit around a bonfire on the dock. The flames cast dancing shadows across the water. I stare into the fire, feeling the distance widen between who I am with Lily and who I want to be. I miss him, Diego says, staring at the stars. My ex used to blow up my phone too. She called it love. I lift my head. What happened? He shrugs. I couldn't breathe. Sarah nudges me. What about you? How long since you felt free? I swallow. 3 days. Her face falls. Emma. I shake my head, voice catching. I wish she could trust me, but this trip shows me, without the tracker, she's lost. Silence settles over us, the crackling fire the only witness to my unraveling. On the last morning, I pack in a haze of regret. The water is calm, the sky bright, but I feel hollow, like I've been peeling away pieces of myself all weekend. When we pull into our Austin neighborhood, my phone lights up immediately. Finally. I open the door to our apartment and see Lily standing in the hallway, arms wrapped around herself, eyes red and strained. She steps forward before I can speak, voice trembling. "Why didn't you tell me where you were?" I swallow hard. "I needed space." She shakes her head. "I thought you were running away from me." Her words hit harder than I expect. I realize how our shared space, once a refuge, has turned into a minefield of fear and blame. "I'm sorry," I say, the weight of her panic pressing against my chest. "I didn't mean to scare you." She looks at me, tears welling. "I just can't stand the thought of losing you." I step closer, voice quiet. "I don't want to lose you either, but this," I lift my phone, "this can't be what love looks like." Lily's shoulders slump, her fear crystallizing into something darker, harder. "Then what is it, Emma?" I open my mouth, searching for an answer that doesn't burn my tongue. But all I feel is the widening chasm between us, and I know we're on the brink of something neither of us asked for, a choice that will change everything. And as Lily's eyes search mine for reassurance I can't give, I wonder if our foundation is cracked too deep to ever be mended. I feel the tension before I even step through the door. My phone lights up the moment I round the corner. "Where are you? Why didn't you pick up?" "Let me know when you're safe." 3 texts, each more insistent than the last. I've barely been gone 15 minutes, mailbox run, coffee refill, and already I'm walking on eggshells through our Austin apartment. Lily sits on the couch, laptop open, eyes darting to the door every time it clicks. I drop my keys on the table and she looks up, relief and accusation warring in her gaze. "I ran to get your favorite latte," I say, trying for warmth. She doesn't smile. "Then why didn't you say so?" Her voice is flat but charged, like a wire that's been overloaded. I open my mouth, but the words, "I didn't think you'd care," die on my tongue. I've learned better. Every excuse is just more fuel for her fear. By evening, the apartment feels smaller than ever. I walk to the kitchen for water buzz. "What are you doing now?" I sit at the edge of the bed to read, and another ping. "Who are you with?" My pulse spools tighter. I stand, pacing. "Lily, this has to stop." She snaps her laptop shut. "I'm just trying to protect us." "Protect us?" I laugh bitterly. "You treat me like a criminal." Her face hardens. "You know what happened in college. Ben cheated on me. I promised myself I'd never be blindsided again." My breath catches. I remember Lily's trembling confession about Ben, how he'd lied and disappeared. I'd hugged her through the tears and vowed to never hurt her. But this isn't care. It's a verdict passed before any crime. "I suggested therapy," I remind her, softening. "We could," she cuts me off, voice sharp as glass. "Therapy won't stop you from straying." The words sting. I take a step back. "So what will a contract, curfew, GPS check-ins every hour?" Lily's eyes flash with hurt and defiance. "Maybe I need rules to feel safe." Anger flares in my chest. "Rules don't build love, they build a cage." She stands, tension coiling in her shoulders. "Maybe you earned the cage." Her accusation lands like a punch. I reel, jaw clenched, and then everything spills out. "You think I'm guilty until proven innocent. You don't trust me, Lily, you suspect me, and I can't live like this." She stares, wounded and furious. My heart twists watching her crumble, but I can't unsay it. Silence stretches until I grab my keys. "I'm going out," I say. Lily's voice is small. "Where?" I don't answer. I don't want her to know. As I shut the door behind me, I hear her whisper, "Please don't leave me." I freeze, hand on the knob, torn between guilt and the need to breathe. Outside, the street lamp's glow offers none of the safety I crave. I lean against the door, heart pounding, and wonder if love can survive when trust has already died. "I didn't know you could sneak up on me like that," I mutter, fumbling for my keys in the dark. The hallway light flickers above Lily's figure, rigid as a statue. Her phone glows in her outstretched hand, screen pinned on the tracker app map with my little blue dot paused at a cafe across the street. "So," she breathes, voice tight. "Care to explain this?" I drop my bag, heart hammering. "I stopped for a pastry," I say, forcing a casual tone. Treat myself." Lily's jaw clenches. "You were there from 6 to 7, an hour longer than you said." Her eyes, bright with hurt, refuse to blink. I step forward, exasperation flaring. "It was busy. I lost track of time." She shakes her head, tears glistening. "Don't lie to me." My chest tightens. I look at her phone, my movements reduced to a dot, my life mapped for her fears. "Lily," I begin softly, "this tracker," but she cuts me off, voice cracking. "You've been late. You've been everywhere but where you said. I deserve the truth." I ball my fists at my sides. "You deserve honesty, not this." In one swift motion, I snatch her phone and swipe the app off the home screen. The screen goes black. Lily's hand flies out to catch my wrist. "What are you doing?" I free my arm and hold the phone at arm's length. "I'm done pretending this thing brings us closer. It just spits us farther apart." Her tears spill over. "Fine," she whispers, voice trembling. "If you don't want me to protect you, I'll make you follow my rules." She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a crumpled scrap of paper. My stomach knots as I read the heading scrawled in her handwriting. "Rules for Emma." I step back and she reads each line aloud. Curfew, home by 10 p.m. on weekdays, midnight on weekends. Check in every hour during the day. Share live location at all times. No unexplained detours. My breath catches in my throat. These aren't suggestions, they're shackles. Lily, I choke out. This isn't love, this is control. She pales, eyes wide. I raise a hand to silence her. I love you. But you can't demand my freedom as proof of your love. Lily's shoulders slump, and for a moment I see the terrified girl who first confessed her college betrayal. I can't help it, she whispers, voice barely audible. I'm scared. A jagged sympathy cuts through me. I step toward her, gently taking the paper. Scared of losing me, she nods, tears tracking down her cheeks. I can't risk it. I fold the paper and drop it on the floor. Then you'll have to risk it, because I can't live by someone else's rules. Her lips tremble and she turns away, shoulders shaking. So what? I swallow hard. So we're at the end of this path. She looks back, eyes red and raw. Are you leaving me? My heart fractures. Not leaving you, I say softly. Leaving this. I gesture between us, encompassing the phone, the rules, the fear. I can't stay in a relationship built on suspicion. Lily's mouth opens, then closes. She backs toward the bedroom door. Then maybe you never loved me. I wince, pain stabbing through me. I did, but she's gone, the door clicking shut behind her. I stand alone in the silent apartment, the fallen list of rules at my feet. As the door's dull echo fades, I realize some fences, once built, can only be torn down by letting go. And somewhere beyond that closed door, both of us will have to find out who we are without these chains. I wake to the hollow quiet of our apartment. No phone buzz, no soft murmur of Lily's breathing beside me. My eyes blink open to an empty pillow, the faint whisper of her shampoo still lingering in the sheets. My chest tightens as I remember last night. The rules, the torn-down app, the slammed bedroom door. I sit up, heart pounding. My hand drifts to the nightstand, where Lily's phone should be, but it's gone. In its place, just my own phone, silent and harmless for the first time in weeks. The calm feels alien. I swing my legs over the bed and pad barefoot to the living room. Our coffee mugs, her stained with lipstick, mine chipped at the rim, sit untouched on the table. The sight tastes bitter in my mouth. Reminders of every just checking in and where are you that chipped away at us. I pick up my mug, cradle it in both hands, and stare out the window at the gray dawn breaking over Austin's skyline. Sunlight strikes the checkerboard of our living room rug, and I see the shadows of our fractured trust etched into every corner. Something inside me shifts, grief, relief, terror all tangled together. I scroll through our message history, a loop of apologies and accusations, love and fear, tangled until I can't tell which thread is which. I draft a message to Lily. I'm sorry, I miss you, I love you. My thumb hovers over send, but the guilt and doubt swirl so fiercely I close the thread and delete it. Silence returns, and with it a surprising clarity. I need distance, space to untangle my own heart. I grab my suitcase from the closet, shove in enough clothes for a week, fumbles of toiletries, my journal. With every zipper click, I feel layers falling away. Layers of guilt, obligation, the invisible leash Lily once held so tightly. I find our apartment key on the counter and pick it up, turning it over in my palm. I could stay. I could wait for Lily to apologize, to beg for forgiveness. But what would I forgive? Her fear, my shame, the way our love turned into a cage? I shake my head and slip the key into my pocket. Before I leave, I pause in the hallway and look back through the living room door. The coffee table, the couch where we once curled up, the framed photo of us at Zilker Park, all of it feels like someone else's life. I step into the elevator, suitcase in tow, and press the button for the lobby. My heart drums with each floor descent. 1, 2, 3. Any floor could trap me in memories I'm trying to escape. On the ground level, the door clicks open, and the humid morning air feels like freedom, raw and a little frightening. I hail a rideshare to my sister's place across town, determined to reclaim myself beyond the reach of Lily's fear. As the car pulls away, I watch our building recede in the rearview mirror. My hand curls around my phone as it lights up with her name. No message, just the reminder that silence can hurt as much as betrayal. I close my eyes and press my forehead against the cool glass, wondering if silence will finally let me heal, or if it'll echo with everything we left unsaid. I never thought I'd feel this light again, like the weight of the world had lifted off my shoulders with each step. Weeks have passed since I left Austin, since I shut the door on that life of pings and rules. Now I'm standing at the trailhead of Mount Elbert in Colorado, backpack snug on my shoulders, breathing in the chill dawn air. My phone sits silent in my pack. No tracker, no rules, just me and the path ahead. The first mile is a steep climb through pine-scented woods, sunlight filtering through needles like scattered gold. My legs burn, but the ache feels good, proof I'm alive, unshackled. I pass hikers who nod and smile, strangers whose judgments don't matter. For the first time, I'm not constantly watching my phone or wondering if Lily is fretting. At midday, I find a rocky outcrop overlooking the valley. I sit, pull out my journal, and write the first honest words I've spoken in weeks. I am free. I am whole. I am me again. No, just checking in. No, prove you're safe. Just truth. A breeze whips my hair as I zip the journal shut. I fish my phone from my pack, thumb hovering over Lily's name in my contacts. A message forms in my mind, something gentle, without blame, without rules. I hope you find peace. I found mine, but I hesitate, fingers trembling. Is there room for both of us in this new world? I lay the phone on the rock, screen facing sky, and watch the sun's reflection dance across it. Then I swipe up and delete the half-typed message. It feels final. Neither apology nor accusation, just release. Refreshed, I continue upward. The trail narrows, switchbacks carving across granite. My breath comes in steady rhythm, matching the thrum of my heartbeat. Each step pushes me closer to the summit and further from the person I was afraid, controlled, suffocating under love-turned surveillance. When I crest the final ridge, the world unfolds below me. Jagged peaks, cobalt lakes, endless sky. I stand at the top, wind tearing at my jacket, and close my eyes. Tears sting, not from fear or doubt, but relief, the pure, unfiltered kind. I pull out my journal again and write a final entry. Trust begins inside. I've reclaimed mine. Goodbye, Lily. I pause, thinking of her tears, her rules, the love we shared and lost. There's no bitterness, just a quiet understanding that some bonds once broken can't be stitched back together the same. With a deep breath, I fold the journal and slip it back into my pack. I pull out my phone one last time and open the blank note screen. I type, "Thank you for the lessons." Then I tap delete, watching the words vanish like footprints in snow. As I turn toward the descending trail, the sunrise bleeds lavender and rose across the horizon. A hawk wheels overhead, free to glide wherever it wills. I smile through tears, lifting my face to the wind. Love taught me care, but fear taught me courage. And now, as I step forward into the vast unknown, I carry only one thing, the unwavering belief that true freedom, whether in love or life, can't be tracked or controlled. It must be claimed from within. And somewhere down there, beyond the peaks and valleys, I know Lily is writing her own story, discovering what trust feels like on her own terms. Maybe one day our paths will cross again, but for now, mine leads into the open air, and I'm ready to follow it.